That $220 medical-grade skincare kit is built around one active ingredient. Manufacturers pay about $1.40 for it per bottle. The rest of the price, all $218.60 of it, is something else entirely. And the label is designed so you never think to ask what. The ingredient is niacinamide. It's a form of vitamin B3. It genuinely works, reduces redness, tightens pores, evens skin tone. Dermatologists do recommend it. The clinical evidence is real. But niacinamide is also a commodity chemical. It's manufactured in bulk, mostly in China, and it costs the cosmetics industry roughly $12 to $15 per kilogram wholesale. A full bottle of serum uses maybe 2 grams of it. Do the math. The rest of the formula is water and a handful of stabilizers. Glycerin, a preservative, maybe a thickener to give it that satisfying gel texture that signals serious product. The packaging list calls these proprietary blend or advanced delivery matrix. Those phrases mean nothing regulated. They are marketing language dressed in a lab coat. The actual cost to manufacture the full kit, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, runs somewhere between $4 and $8 at scale. So, where does the $220 go? Start with the word medical grade. It sounds like an FDA category. It is not. There is no FDA classification called medical grade for cosmetics. Any brand can print those 2 words on any jar. The term exists in one place only: marketing copy. It was coined by aesthetic clinics in the early 2000s to distinguish their retail products from drugstore shelves, and it stuck because it works. Consumers pay a documented premium of between 200 and 400% for products carrying that phrase. Here's where it gets structured. The kit isn't sold in a pharmacy. It's sold through dermatology offices, medical spas, and aesthetic clinics. The same offices where you just paid a consultation fee to speak to someone in a white coat. That environment does something measurable to perceived value. Studies on retail psychology in clinical settings show patients rate the same product significantly more effective when they receive it from a clinician versus picking it up off a shelf. The coat, the clipboard, the framed diplomas, they all transfer to the jar. The clinic isn't just the backdrop, it's the distribution channel, and clinics are incentivized to sell. The typical wholesale margin on branded medical-grade skincare is between 50 and 100%. A $220 kit that the clinic bought for $90 wholesale returns more profit per transaction than most procedures. No equipment, no liability, no time. Just a recommendation and a shelf. The brand needs the clinic needs the revenue, and the recommendation feels like medicine. The brand's cost breakdown looks roughly like this. Manufacturing, call it $6. Packaging, and the packaging is always impressive. Weighted glass, magnetic closures, matte finish, that runs another $4 to $10. Regulatory compliance, insurance, basic operations, a few dollars more. Then marketing, which for these brands means seeding product with dermatologists, funding continuing education events, sponsoring conference booths, and running Instagram campaigns with before and after photography. That bucket alone can consume 40% of retail price. You are, in large part, buying the ad. The influencer layer sits on top of that. Medical-grade brands have quietly moved into influencer marketing while maintaining the clinical aesthetic. A dermatologist with 800,000 followers posts a morning routine. The product appears. It may be gifted, it may be sponsored. The disclosure is sometimes there and sometimes buried. The viewer doesn't see a paid placement. They see a doctor's bathroom. The brand gets a clinical endorsement at influencer rates, which can run $5,000 to $50,000 per post for a medical professional with an audience. That cost folds back into your $220. Now here's the part the industry really doesn't want examined. Niacinamide at 10% concentration, the level used in most of these kits, is available from established, well-tested brands for between $8 and $18 a bottle. The molecule is identical. Niacinamide doesn't know what jar it's in. A chemical compound has a structure. It performs the same function at the same concentration, regardless of the margin its manufacturer chose to attach to it. The skin doesn't read the label. The counter-argument the industry makes is formulation, that it's not just the active ingredient, but how it's delivered, the pH, the supporting ingredients, the stability over time. This is partially true. Formulation does matter. A badly stabilized niacinamide product can degrade and become less effective. But here's the catch. Stability and pH optimization cost almost nothing at the manufacturing level. And several independent cosmetic chemists who have tested medical-grade products against their mass-market equivalents have found no measurable performance difference in the actives. The Federal Trade Commission has taken action against cosmetics brands before for unsubstantiated clinical claims. The language of clinically proven and dermatologist-tested without disclosed methodology. But the enforcement is slow and the fines are small relative to revenues. Medical grade itself has so far flown under the radar precisely because it's never been formally defined, which means it can't technically be called false. It's not a lie, it's a void, a phrase that sounds like a regulated category and isn't. There's a broader pattern here. The premium skincare market, estimated at over $15 billion globally, is structured around a single insight. Anxiety about skin is powerful purchasing motivation, and clinical language is the most effective amplifier of that anxiety. You're not just buying a serum, you're buying relief from uncertainty about whether you're doing enough. The medical framing says, this is the serious option. Everything cheaper is a risk, and that framing is worth, apparently, about $280.60 a bottle. The counter-move is simpler than the industry would like. Look for niacinamide as an ingredient on any product. The concentration is usually listed or findable. 10% is the evidence-backed level. Search for that number on a mass-market or own brand product. The inactive ingredients, water, glycerin, preservative, are virtually identical across price points because there are only so many cosmetically elegant ways to formulate a water-based serum. You are comparing the same molecule, the same carrier, the same shelf life. The only thing that genuinely differs is what the brand spent on its booth at the dermatology conference. Niacinamide isn't the only example. The same structure applies to hyaluronic acid, retinol, vitamin C derivatives, all commodity actives with documented efficacy and wholesale prices that bear no relationship to retail. The medical-grade ecosystem is built on all of them. The active ingredient is the credibility anchor. The price is the signal, and the clinic is the delivery mechanism that makes the whole thing feel like healthcare instead of what it is. Retail with a stethoscope nearby. None of this means the ingredients don't work. Niacinamide works. Use it. But the $220 version and the $12 version are delivering the same thing to your skin. What the $220 buys you beyond that is a very specific feeling of having the real thing, the clinical thing, the thing your dermatologist keeps behind the desk. That feeling is the product, and it costs the brand about $1.40 to make the part that actually touches your face.